Assalamu alaikum grade 6. How are you all? I hope you all are good. So today we are going to read this book Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. So open your book on page number 44. This is our unit 3, Oliver Walks to London. But before starting this unit, we will take a short overview of our previous unit, which was a job for Oliver, in which we have seen that how Oliver spends his time at undertaker's shop, or you can say at Mr. Sorbury house, how the undertaker beats him brutally, and in result of all that, how Oliver gets escape from the undertaker's shop. So now you know that Oliver has run away from the undertaker shop, but now where will he go? So let's start our third unit, which would tell us about the next journey of Oliver. Oliver ran away from the undertaker shop quickly, as fast as he could. After he had gone more than 5 miles, he sat down to have a rest. He did not know where to go. Then he remembered something. He had often heard the old man in the workhouse talk about London. They said that if a boy found work to do in London, he would never be hungry. So Oliver decided to go there. So now we know that Oliver has run away from the Mr. Sorbury house because of the cruelty of Noah Claypole and mistress. And for his journey, he took a rest at some place after walking for 5 miles. Then he remembered the old man in the workhouse who used to tell them about the stories of London. He always admires London. Why? He used to say that if any one of you boys will get a job at London, he will never be hungry in his life, throughout his life. So Oliver starts his journey for London. That day he walked nearly 20 miles. He ate one small piece of bread and he drank a little water. That was all. He was very hungry and very thirsty. When night came, he slept in a field. So in his journey of London, he walks for 20 miles. He was hungry because the only thing he ate was a small bread, and he drank some water in his whole journey. So because of this short food, he was very hungry to walk. His energy was low. He was tired and can't walk anymore. Now it was night, and he found a place where he can sleep, and the place was a field, like you can say an open area. So our next portion of third unit is about he meets Jack Dawkins. Jack Dawkins is a boy who will meet him in London. So let's start it. The next day and for 5 days after that, Oliver walked through the country. He had no money, so he asked people to give him food. He begged in order to stay alive. On the morning of the 7th day, he came to a town. He sat down to rest. Many people walked past him, but they were too busy to help a poor, hungry child. Meets Jack Dawkins. After taking rest at fields, he walks for 5 days because he has to go London. But he has nothing to eat and nothing to drink, so he begged for food in front of people for his survival. 7 days have been passed. He reached in a town. He finds a place where he can rest. After taking rest, what he observed was that people are walking near him, but they are too busy that they don't have enough time to notice a hungry kid. After a while, a boy stopped and looked at him. He was about the same age as Oliver. He was a very ugly boy with short legs and small eyes. He was dressed in men's clothes. These clothes were old and dirty, and they were much too big for him. He looked very strange. He walked up to Oliver and said, "Hello, what's the matter?" "I am very hungry and tired," replied Oliver, with tears in his eyes. "Are you going to London?" he asked. Yes, replied Oliver, I am going to London too. Said the boy, if you like, I'll take you with me. But first, let's go and buy something to eat and drink. I'll pay. So, after some time, Oliver met a boy who stopped near Oliver and then noticed him. He was sometime of a strange boy with wicked look. He was the age fellow of Oliver, but his look was not so attractive. He was ugly. His legs were short and eyes were small. He was dressed up in some kind of man's outfit. Appearance of outfit was the outfit was extra large. You can say dirty and also an old type of stuff. He goes near to Oliver and says, "What's the matter? What is the problem?" Then Oliver tells him about his problem, that he is hungry, he has nothing to eat, and he is tired stricken. While saying this, he was having tears in his eyes. Then the new boy asked him some more questions like, "Are you going to London?" Then Oliver nodded and said yes to Jack Dawkins. But the very first thing they have to do is to buy some food for themselves. Then they will continue their journey towards London. Oliver was so hungry that he did not stop to think. He did not ask why this boy wanted to help him. The strange boy told Oliver that his real name was Jack Dawkins, but all his friends called him the Artful Dodger. He said, "In London, I'll take you to a nice old gentleman I know. He lets boys like you live with him for nothing. He will teach you to earn money for yourself." You know that Oliver was so hungry and starving from food. And when we are hungry, the only thing which we have to do is to eat food. So he did not think for a while and goes with Jack Dawkins. Now the new boy told him about himself and told him about his nickname. That his real name is Jack Dawkins, but his friends used to call him Artful Dodger. And by Artful Dodger, you can understand the nature of this boy, that he is skillfully dodging the people, or you can say he is cheating on people. He tells him about a gentleman of London for whom he works. He has so many boys like you, and he used to feed them without taking anything from them. He also teaches them how to earn money for themselves. So he is describing this gentleman in a good sense, but further you will see that he is not such a good type of person. Now here is our next topic. They arrive at Fagins. Fagins is the old man discussed by Jack Dawkins in his conversation with Oliver. Oliver was happy. They bought some food and ate it. Then the two boys began to walk towards London. After a while, Oliver noticed that his strange new friend was leading him through some very dark and dirty streets. Suddenly, the Artful Dodger stopped outside one of the dirtiest houses. "Here we are," he said. He whistled at the door, pushed it open, and told Oliver to go in. So now our next portion is about they arrive at Fagins and who is Fagin. Let's see who is Fagin. So now Oliver is glad by having food with Jack Dawkins, Artful Dodger. He was happy for his job also. Then they continue their journey towards the old gentleman. After some time, Oliver was observing some strange things. He has observing that his new friend is leading him towards a very strange, or you can say dirty path. Okay, now their stop has arrived. He saw a strange type of house in that dirty street. This was their stop. Artful Dodger welcomed him into the house in a queer manner, or you can say in a strange manner. He pushed Oliver inside the house. Oliver felt frightened, but he stopped into the house. The Artful Dodger closed the door quickly behind him. They went upstairs into a large room. It was dark. At first, Oliver could see very little. Then he saw that there were some people in the room, an old man and 4 or 5 boys. All the boys looked poor and ugly. They were sitting around a table while the old man was cooking. He had a wicked look on his face. He turned toward Oliver. "Mr. Fagin, this is my friend, Oliver Twist," said the artful Dodger. Oliver was all afraid by all of this environment. Anyhow, he goes inside the house. Then the door has been closed by artful Dodger. Then they have to go in a hall type large room which is on the upper floor. So they followed the upstairs. It was all dark environment over there that Oliver could not see anything around him. Then he happened to see some people, and these people were including some boys and an old man. The appearance of boys were poor and ugly. Their condition were not so good. They were waiting for their supper, and supper is the food of evening time. And the old man was making food for them. He was looking so weird and ugly. The artful Dodger introduces Oliver Twist to Mr. Fagin by saying him that he is my new friend. Mr. Fagin smiled an ugly smile. The boys came up to Oliver and shook hands with him. Oliver thought they were very friendly boys. Then Mr. Fagin said, "Supper is ready," and they all sat down to eat. They gave Oliver some food, and the old gentleman made a hot drink for him. The drink made him feel sleepy. Soon Oliver fell asleep. He did not know that Fagin was a robber, a thief who took things from people's pockets and even from their homes. He did not know that Fagin taught boys and girls to be thieves like himself. Mr. Fagin looked at Oliver with a cunning smile. Now the boys are trying to be friendly with Oliver, and Oliver's nature was so sweet that he thinks that these boys are also nice like him. Now they all are sitting down for having their supper, which has been made by Mr. Fagin. Oliver is also eating food with them. Mr. Fagin gave him also a hot drink because this drink will give relaxation to Oliver, and after having this drink he felt asleep. So by all this scenario, we have observed that Oliver don't know about Mr. Fagin's profession, that he is a robber, a thief who used to steal things of the people without their permission. Okay, he teaches girls and boys that how to be a thief. He also teaches them the skills of stealing. Now our next topic is about Fagin and his students. So let's see what happened the next. For a few days Oliver stayed in Fagin's room. During this time he learned many things about Fagin and his students. Every morning Fagin and the boys played a funny game. The old man filled his pocket with many different things, such as watches and handkerchiefs. Then he pretended to be looking out of the window. In this portion, we have read about Fagin and his students. In his first days, he starts to live at Fagin's room. Who starts to live at Fagin's room? Yes, of course, this is Oliver. In these days, he observed Fagin doing some strange things and his students also. He observed that in the morning of all these days, and Fagin and his boy used to play so-called funny game. So now we will observe that Fagin is teaching them how to steal things or pick pockets of the people through a game. He has filled his pocket with a number of colorful handkerchiefs and some type of watches. Then he pretends to be an unknown man who is looking outside the window and is busy in his thinking. While he was doing this, the boys crept up to him and tried to take the things out of his pockets. One day, Fagin said, "Oliver, I think you are ready to go out to work with the other boys now. Today you can go out with the Dodger and Charlie Bates." Mr. Fagin was busy in his thinking. The boys slowly gets near to him and then surround him. Here crept up means to gets near to a person or a thing slowly. Now they will try to take out the things from his pockets. After practicing this game, now Fagin thinks that Oliver is mature enough for stealing. He says to Oliver, "Now you are ready for your profession. Go out with these two boys, Dodger and Charlie Bates." Oliver still did not know that their work was stealing. He walked happily between the boys. Soon he noticed that his friends were doing some strange things. When they passed shops selling fruit, they quickly took some of the fruit and put it into their pockets. Oliver did not like this at all. Suddenly, the boys stopped walk. The artful Dodger said to him quietly, "Do you see that old man standing outside the bookshop? We are going to work on him." So you can see that still Oliver doesn't know that what he is going to do now. He is very sweet, so he goes with the two boys very excitedly and happily. When he noticed his fellows doing some cheap things, he gets embarrassed. Now he gets the point that their work was to steal things from the people. The boys stole some fruits from a shop and they are picking the pockets of the people. Artful Dodger is instructing to Charlie Bates and Oliver that they are going for robbery to the person who is standing near the bookshop. Okay, so this was all about our lecture. For the next portion, you will read it by yourself. The next portion is about Stop Thief. You also have to watch the movie related to this topic. I will send you some vocabulary words. You will learn these words and do it as a homework on your notebook.